What's good, fight fans? It's your boy Quick, back again with another video. Let's talk about Danny Garcia versus Ivan Redkach. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's just a tune-up fight for Danny Garcia. Like I said, basically this is supposed to have been this weekend supposed to have been Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence, but we all know, what happened with Errol. He had that bad accident. He's pretty much that's another story. But I think this is a fight that's going to be pretty much good fight for Danny. Just a little tune-up fight, I feel. But as we saw last weekend, you do not take any fighter for granted. We saw what happened Julian J. Rock, with Rosario. But I feel like this fighter, Ivan Catch, he's a southpaw. But I think this is a fight that I feel like Danny is pretty much tuning up because he has some potential matchups when it comes to what he wants to do. Because if you think about it, he's still calling out, Crawford. He's still thinking he has a potential matchup, probably, basically with Manny Pacquiao. If you look at it, I think that's what he, hopefully after this fight, if things go well, he has a good stunning performance, with a good knockout. You never know what's going to happen. That may be a good fight, a good matchup, because, hey, Manny's in his 40s. But Manny's still Manny. I mean, he's still the fighter of the decade. With all that's said and done, Manny is still putting it down. Manny is still representing from the 90s on up to 2020. He's still a great champion. But that's another video that I feel like I need to do. I mean, that's long overdue. And I think I'll take care of that later on. But I still feel like Danny is still one of those fighters. I think he's more vocal now. I think I like this new. I like this new Danny that I'm seeing, because usually he always say he let his dad do the talking, and he just do his talking in the ring. But I think he's kind of reversed now. I think you see a more laid back Angel. Angel, he's still going to be Angel because he's going to defend his son. He's going to represent his son. Most of the if you look at most of the fighters that has their father and son duo or whatever, they always speak up for their son. They take care for their son. But I feel like if you follow Angel over the years, Angel Garcia is very vocal. He's very loud, very charismatic. I love that about him. But Danny, if you look at it, his resume is very, very good, because if you think about it, he has Sean Porter. He has Keith Thurman. I just saw shout out to Fight Hub TV. I saw that video where he still wants that rematch with Thurman. But of course, he wants that. He wanted to give him that first defeat. But of course, we saw Manny. He took care of that. But I think he still, like I said, he wants Terrence Crawford. But I still think that's going to be a difficult fight for him, because Terrence is still Terrence. But I still feel like that one fight with him and Spence. That fight can be made, because like I said, it's still one of those fights that's on this side of the street that we all say that they feel like that Top Rank and PBC fighters. I throw that out the window, because if you look at I want to jump off topic, but if you look at Wilder and Fury, PBC, Top Rank, that fight's getting made. So don't tell me that fight can't be made. It's just a matter of if you're more vocal about it. If you really want this fight to get made, you can go straight to your promoter and say, hey, I want this fight to get made. If you fight fans, we're the ones that's pretty much missing out on trying to get these fights done, because we can be more vocal. But at the end of the day, if they want that fight to get made, it can be made. But if you think about it, Danny Garcia, he definitely has a case to be made, as far as like really want that fight with Spence, because a lot of people always say he's cherry picking with this fight right here. I read the comments, but Danny has a great resume. You think about it: Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Lamont Peterson, Zab Judah, Paula Malignaggi, Eric Morales, Khan, twice Eric Morales. This guy, he has a lot of fighters on his resume, and to be honest, I feel like he has a better resume than Spence and Crawford. If you want to compare. But then I hear talks that he's talking about moving up into the 154. I mean, if he can't make those fights happen. Now, if that's the case, if that's what he wants to do, I mean, he's going to get in the mix with that. Okay. I mean, we just saw what happened like I said, last weekend. What happened, but a couple of weeks ago, what happened. But I think if you really look at it, those fights can be made. He can. I think he can. Like I said, he can get a fight with He could definitely get a fight with Manny, and I feel like he can definitely later on in the year he can get a fight with Spence. After Spence make his debut fight coming back, after his accident. And I also think he can definitely get a fight with Crawford. And I'm not biased in that. I'm just a fan of the sport. I just feel like that fight with Crawford will be a difficult fight. And I also feel like there'll be a most definitely a difficult fight with Manny. But also I feel like this fight this weekend with Ivan Redkach, I still feel like people saying he cherry picking. I'm not studying all that because at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be a good fight, a great fight. I feel like as a fan of the sport, if you quit calling out, making it seem like Danny got power. I mean that he has power. So at the end of the day, no matter how you put it, Danny's been putting it down. He's been holding it down for Philly. No matter how you look at it, he's a champion. He still has that champion pedigree in him. And I feel like after this fight, if he makes a statement, no one can deny that he's ready for a title shot. So now you have Spence, WBC, IBF, and then you have Manny, WBA. So my thing is, if all goes well, which Spence makes his debut, all goes well, everything, and he makes his return, then you have Manny that's sitting there with his title. And if they make that unification bout, where does that leave Danny? That leaves him out of the loop. But hold on. Let's look at the big picture here. You have Terrence Crawford, WBO title sitting right there. So if you say you want to make a run at the title, Danny, you have Terrence Crawford sitting right here waiting. I mean, forget all that that PBC and Top Rank, because if we can make a trilogy in the heavyweight division with Top Rank and PBC, we could definitely make a title shot with PBC and Top Rank at 147. So we can kill all that. So if that's what you want, we can make that happen. So if you can't make that fight, if you can't get in the mix between Manny and Spence, then how soon will you move up? Will you take another, just make another 147 bout, and then after that you'll move up, or you willing to make that run at Terrence, who's willing and waiting? I mean, he don't turn down nothing. So at the end of the day, it's not the fighters. The fighters want the fight, and the fans want it. So I'm all for it. As a fan, we want to see it. So my thing is, how soon will you move up? And if that's the case, I mean, you're gonna jump right into some hot steam at 154, just like 147. And I'm just excited as a fan, as a boxing fan. I'm excited for it. I mean, it's a lot more I can say about it, but I'll just leave it right here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, I have more coming about, y'all probably have to recap. So this is Mr. Quick signing off to the next video. Peace.